So, as you get closer to the lake, um, the trees in the direct vicinity of the lake have lost their leaves. Not in the way that they do every autumn that you've ever seen before, but these trees look like they're either dead or dying. The
Ooh.
rot continues to spread from the lake, although Set's been able to keep it mostly under control with the help of Elspeth. Um, the lake itself is still that black, particularly green and black murkiness. You can't see the bottom of any parts of the lake like you used to be able to, and the place where the statue once stood is just an empty mound.
Oh.
The lights that were here the last time are still here. There's tables with some test equipment, but no staff. Empty of people.
Hmm. Can we get a closer look at the testing equipment?
Sure. So you see vials, you see just some data on like different diseases that can affect plants. All of it looks pretty like benign and harmless. Nothing super interesting.
Can we look for any sign of Lilith that we can see from around us?
Sure. Tell me what you would be doing. What kind of things are you looking for?
So anywhere that's safe, like not goopy and can cause harm, I think Francis would just sort of look around for anything that reminds her of Lilith or
Could Scent use his plant-based powers to get information on who's been here?
His organic, vegan, plant-based powers.
Mhm. His
Yeah,
impossible
You could
burger
try that.
powers?
Sure. Sure. What would you like
Sorry.
to do?
I think what kind of plants are around is mostly dead trees and stuff, so I wonder if they would be
Yeah,
like
trees and like bushes with bright berries that are some of it are just succumbing to normal autumn changes, but some of them have, traces of that like black ichor, and but there are some plants that still look like they are living that you could. What do you think that what would Sent be thinking or asking or doing?
I think his thought process would be he would want to ask corrupted because he would think that like he would get more information out of them, they'd be healthier, he would maybe be able to understand them better.
Okay. So, Vincenzo leans over and puts his hand on some of the shrubbery, inspecting it for any rot, any signs of sickness. And when you discover a couple that seem to be free of all of that, you try to make a connection. What has sort of like if the walls could talk kind of a thing, and your eyes go a milky white, and you are transported, and you see a little girl with her hair in two braids skipping rocks at the lake, and you see a tall figure approach wearing a long black trench coat and a black bowler hat.
Not a bowler hat.
He's making no sound. You hear the leaves, you hear birds chirping, you hear the sound of her skipping rocks and humming to herself, but no sound coming from this person, this figure.
Ooh, me no like.
And he approaches her from behind and wraps his arms around her, and like a wisp of black smoke, both of them disappear.
Oh God. Oh my God. I think that he
Stop
like.
it.
I can picture him. You know how collected he tries to be, but I can picture him like seeing this with his eyes glazed over and everything, and he just starts screaming, like unhinged.
It would be horrifying
Turn around,
to see.
turn around.
And then you wake up. Your eyes clear, and you're back where you were.
I think he's just like almost catatonic, and he's just repeating over and over. He's got her. He's got her.
Rambo has come over and is gently hugging Scent, like, it's okay, you're here now, we're here, it's okay.
Bobby brings over one of the folding chairs and helps get you seated. And Scarlet starts fanning you with like notebook paper.
How is everyone else like reacting?
Well, yeah, I guess you tell me how you two are reacting, but Scarlet and Bobby are like fawning over you, like, oh my God, what happened?
Because they don't know.
Rambo has never seen Scent so visibly like overwhelmed and is worried about him.
Yeah, Francis is quiet. It's just like,
Thank you, Francis.
oh no. But like sincerely, oh no, just sort of like, what do we
Oh,
do?
no.
So we know where she is now.
You tell them what you saw?
Yeah, I think when he's finally able to form sentences, he's just like, it has to be Mr. H, based on how everybody's describing him, because he hasn't seen Mr. H. So he's just saying, like, he came up, he grabbed her from behind, like she was gone. He disappeared. He disappeared. He didn't carry her away. He just poofed.
Should we see Elspeth? I don't know if we've spoken to Elspeth about Mr. H directly.
Yeah, we should prioritize
Some questions
that.
to ask.
Yeah. Elzekiah, we're on our way.
Elzekia.
Elzekiah?
Well, it's funny you say that, because Keziah is the name of a famous witch in H.P. Lovecraft story.
Oh.
See?
I am ascending. I am descending. I'm going to hell. Alright.
I'm going to hell! Bye!
Bye, everyone. I just want to stand. My butt hurts.
This hell is better with you.
Ow. My knee's cracked. Okay, I think that's
Okay,
fine.
so you're going to see Elspeth?
Yeah.
She's in her shop like she normally is. And when you guys enter, it has the familiar scent of amber. It's a little bit smoky. The shelves are lined with books on all manner of esoteric topics. There are crystals and all kinds of fun stuff. And she is working on some of the potions that she and Vincenzo were trying to develop to help folks. Like, oh no, I'm forgetting a character's name. What was your teacher's name?
Ooh.
Holy!
Mr.
Oh.
Birch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mr. Birch. between his hospital visit and his work with Vincenzo and Elspeth, they are able to
Right.
help him recover. And so using your plant's knowledge and a little bit of magic, have been making like home remedies to help cure any side effects from
You cooking?
interacting with this stuff. And she hands you a bunch and says that these should be ready to go to keep them with you. And it takes her a little bit to recognize that you guys are all kind of like, you probably have some stuff to tell her. So she turns the shop sign to closed, pulls down the shades, and invites you all to come in.
I think the first thing he does is he's probably still in shock from seeing what happened to Lilith, and I think that he just dumps out all of the pieces of the little idol onto the countertop, just like, it doesn't even say anything, just like looks for her reaction to it.
Rambo's like, my cat tried to destroy it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What was it that he destroyed?
Rambo's trying to
deer
describe.
antlers.
Yeah.
That is troubling. Where did you get it?
It's
Our
on my
friend
uncle's grave.
Beckett.
Victor, she whispers, and then slams her fist on the counter. And then looks softly at Melvin. Thank you. This is
Validated.
just trash
Rambo's
now.
just like scritching him.
He purrs indignantly.
Did you say Hector?
Victor,
Victor.
Oh, I was like, Andrew. I was like, it's Andrew's. It's Andrew's uncle. It's Andrew's uncle. Mr. H is Andrew's uncle in my head. Jeez. Anyway,
Math
What a bit of
symbols
plot twist.
flying in her
like
vision.
if you look at my face, like if you go back and watch me, I'm like,
Connecting the dots.
Doing the the calculation.
yeah.
With red string everywhere.
uh-huh.
Oh gosh.
I just picture that like bird meme of like war memories going on in like the back of him, and he's just like staring off wide-eyed. Elspeth will just sweep the remaining twigs and stuff into the trash. She's like, this isn't, it has to be in its shape to be any kind of powerful. There's no magic left in this.
Good.
Thanks to your
Relief.
furry little friend. But this is a message.
What is the message?
It's a message for Victor, for anyone who knows and loves him, that they're still paying attention. Whoever they are.
Well, for the second time today, he gets to blanch and back away slowly while other people come to the foreground.
I think while Vincenzo is sitting, Francis is gonna walk up, but make sure that he's okay. Just sort of look at him and say, and like try and lock eyes and just mimic breathing. Mimic breathing? Just like make sure he knows to breathe. How do you mimic
Yeah.
breathing? Anyway.
She goes into
You're
his
modeling.
face and goes,
You're modeling breathing. Yeah.
She's filter feeding.
Wait, why did it remind me of SpongeBob without water?
Because that's what he does. In the episode.
Okay, well that's what Frances is doing. She's being a sponge. Okay, so she goes up to Elspeth and tells her about what happened when she woke up from her dream and how she connected with her mom but was able to travel to this replica, an older version of Main Street, and said that she's hiding from Mr. H. So she mentions the name right away and just sort of asks her if she's heard anything about Mr. H and how somebody can do something like this to Lilith and just take people and bring them to other dimensions, sort of things.
I mean, I think we've arrived at a point where you know more than I do. This isn't anything I've ever seen before.
Oh God.
I know Terra Industries is up to something. I know they've done something with your uncle. And I've heard some of the employees talking about a Mr. H. Watch out for Mr. H. They'll send Mr. H on you. But I just assumed he was an employee of Terra Industries. Nothing like what you've described. This is beyond me.
Oh shoot.
Are there no books about old ancient beings that could give us, well, not answer the question, I guess, but give us more information to help us prepare?
Nothing that I've ever heard.
Okay. Okay. She looks over to Scarlet and asks about ancient old beings and bringing people to scary places.
Yeah, so I guess like I've read some books, but they're not like textbooks. They're like stories. You know?
That could still be helpful.
Okay. Well, like I read this story about, you know, some gross dudes, and they like, I don't know, wanted to summon a god to do like, you know, because like why would a god want to give you power, but you know, like the audacity. Anyway, so like they
Francis
summon
is just like,
him and they, you know, and then he like eats everybody and plunges the whole world into darkness. So it's like, you know, you find out about cool things and you want to talk to them, like in like, you know, like I think like vampires are like totally cool, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to meet one. You know, I just like want to wear fangs and look cool.
Francis is...
So it's like sometimes you read about cool things, but like you don't want them to actually happen.
Yeah, that would suck. And Francis is immediately, she remembers the time that she thought that Scarlet was a vampire and is cringing on the inside. Yeah, that would really suck. I would hate to meet a monster, especially a vampire.
Yeah.
If you could hear the music right now, it's going dum 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 dum.
I wish I could hear it.
I know, me too.
I bet like the soundtrack is still playing for me too.
So Elspeth knows nothing about Lashudoth.
We didn't say that name though.
No, you didn't give her the name, but she doesn't know what you're talking about.
Rambo is like, have you ever heard of a Lashudoth?
No, I'm not familiar. I'm sorry. I knew this place was special, but not like this.
Do you know of any people or a family name that starts with an H in town?
No.
Damn it.
Scarlet says, well, like, maybe it's a code name, you know? Like, maybe Mr. H isn't their real name. You know, like, maybe they have a different name.
It stands for helper.
Maybe, yeah, or herder. Oh, that sounds silly.
No, it sounds very smart.
Rambo. Okay.
Rambo what?
Rambo's simple little wheels are turning. Sorry.
Well, Well, does
I want to
Rambo want
know.
to share what? Yeah.
Not yet. Rambo's gonna marinate on it for a minute.
Okay.
Jay said, Mr.
Mr.
Oh my
Oh,
God, Jay, you weren't here for Mr. Okay, so Elsbeth cannot help us. We have
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, do we want to pop on over to the animal shelter then?
It's time, I think.
Quick scan
You
of the
wait, fine.
library? For code names?
For the name?
I don't know.
Or for
Yeah.
Lashudov?
Yeah. For
Yeah.
how do you spell Shudoth?
Shudoth.
And then L-O?
L-O.
Okay. I wrote Loshuda.
I did too.
Lashooda. Oh my God.
It's a good thing I asked.
Lashuda.
Okay.
I typed it in chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So you want to go to the library?
I kind of do, but if everyone else doesn't think it's a good idea, then we can just...
No,
I think we
should.
still have time.
How much
Yeah.
time do we have if we just make a quick stop and do a little quick scan, 15-minute scan of old ancient
you can-
beings in Lunar Lake?
Between like travel, you can do probably 2 more stops before the event begins.
Okay.
Library
Library.
Yeah.
and animal shelter? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like nervous thinking, which is why I'm flapping my hair.
Flapping. You're gonna fly off the screen. Like
Well,
the Zach Galifianakis gif.
or like the what is it called? The lawnmower?
Oh yeah. Or the flying nun.
I don't know if I know that one.
Oh,
will
Nancy
soon.
posts it all the time.
Oh, maybe I just missed it.
It's so good.
Maybe I do know. Okay. Okay. Library. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. Library, animal shelter, piss break. How does that sound for everyone?
That sounds great. 'Cause
Okay.
I have to pee really bad.
Do you want to piss now? Should we piss now? Group piss?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
You want to piss
Okay.
now?
Do you want to piss now? On camera?
Hold my hand. I'm ready.
Okay.
Don't read the chat. Okay, so you're at the library. What are you looking for?
Eldritch beings, like.
I looked at the chat. I'm sorry.
Me too. I'm so sorry. Library.
Okay.
Okay.
Eldritch beings of old time.
Yeah.
And code names. Anything that can tell us about aliases. Anything related to that sort of, like, why would they call this?
Is there like
being
a
Mr.
town
H?
directory type thing
Oh.
we can look at?
Scarlet looks like she's struck with brilliance and scampers off into a small cupboard, which she unlocks and opens to reveal a bunch of board games.
Oh
It's
my.
game time, baby! It's time for the game within the game.
And so she pulls out a box, and in that box are a set of dice, pencils, sheets, and some books. And she's like, okay, so like in this game, there are these things that like so like so she pulls out the map and she says you can like do stuff on the map, but like you can't be out at nighttime because at night then you could get taken by these things called dimensional shamblers. And they like take you to another dimension and then you got to put your piece over here and it takes you like 2 turns to get from this place back on the regular map and then like you can't do anything, which is a little bummer. You just gotta sit there and like you know, and then in that place when you pull the cards, like bad stuff happens to you, and so you don't want to go there. So you always have to make sure you're in a building at night. Otherwise, if you
Oh
end your turn on
no.
the street, you know they take you to another place.
Rambo's like, what does this have to do with our current situation? Please connect the dots for me.
Doesn't it sound like that's what the guy did?
With Lilith.
Lilith ended her turn on the street and then he took her and now she's in the other place and she's got to wait a bunch of turns before she can come back to the map.
And that would mean that everyone was out when they shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Which means
Or like imagine that this thing like follows somebody's command and he can just tell it to go get them.
Well, if nobody's supposed to be out at night, everyone's gonna be out at night because it's Halloween.
Rambo. I know. Look, maybe sometime you can come play games with me. I mean, like if you wanted to, it would be fine. And like maybe Francis would like that too. But like, so it doesn't have to be at night in real life. I'm just saying it sounds similar.
So Francis looks at Vincenzo and says, "We need to watch you, I think." If that little thingy was a sign, then I think we need to be careful and keep an eye on you at all times.
Great. I think he's just having crisis after crisis at this point too. He's just like,
Yeah.
Anyway, so like that's it's like whatever. You don't think it sounds very nice. That's fine.
No, I think it sounds incredible, but not in a good way. Just you're very smart and you know a lot about things and have knowledge, and you know sometimes people can benefit to listen to someone who's as brilliant. Sorry.
As brilliant.
that's Brillo.
As brilliant.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you inspire me to do cool stuff. So, anyway, what do you guys want to do now?
Francis is currently
Scarlet
trying
screams.
to. Yeah, Francis is trying to lower her heart rate.
Rambo mumbles to send and not barf.
Not bar.
Too late.
Did we want to look through the books for anything about Lashutoff?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Do a little book
Lashutoff.
search them up.
Got any books on the shooter?
On Lakuta. So after a while of trying to use the library's resources, you don't come up with any books, but you do come up with some newspaper articles from like the 1920s.
Ooh.
Of,
Them crusty.
of a cult of Lashutoth.
Well,
Y'all
Whoa,
did it.
now.
All of its members perished after a party held on Halloween night. and there are photos of like an old Victorian mansion and a parlor, where in the center is a table, and inlaid into the wood of the table is like a crown on top of a head that is faceless, and the crown extends into deer antlers.
Fucking ew.
Oh.
That's what the little figurine had, right?
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
jeez. Okay.
So the little
cult,
shooters are coming for me.
the cult members um, were found all dead in that same parlor after having consumed some kind of a beverage, like they were poisoned.
Does it say where that
Haven't
manor
we
was?
seen-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Haven't we seen photos of either Bernice or like Francis's mom with a group of people
That they didn't
doing
recognize.
cult light things?
Yep.
Yeah, you recognize that as the former cauliflower dump.
Freaking frick.
That we never went to.
Which is apartments
That
now,
is
right?
The manor was
Oh, no.
the manor was taken down after the event. Nobody wanted
Right.
to buy it, and so the sellers just gave the lot to the town. And the
It's
town turned it into a
Terra
dump, and now it
now.
is Terra Industries.
Shart.
Shart and Swart.
Yeah.
I know. I can't believe we
And
named
fart.
it Cauliflower Dump, when we never went there.
Well, we're about to.
We're playing kids on bikes and we never rode our bikes, so I really
need
don't
you
know
to
what you
know-
were expecting.
I need you to know, Melvin was at the dump the first episode.
No!
Why?
Why?
He was waiting for you.
My poor sweet Melvin.
He
Okay.
crawled out of a cardboard box.
He was at the lake.
Yeah, we found him at the lake.
No, I mean
I don't know what he did at the dump. Ate trash.
Oh.
He's a
Oh, he
crunchy
yeah.
trash cat.
yeah.
Crunchy little Melvin.
Okay, so we have this newspaper article. We know there's a
Yeah.
cult.
Yeah.
We know that we know people who may or may not be participating in modern day cult. It is also Halloween.
We're about to see this event.
There's a Mr. H on the loose.
Yeah.
Yes. Something's about to go down at this event. And all the animals at the shelter were sick.
So. Do we still have time for the shelter? Okay.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
How much time do we have? An hour?
We have, well, I have it planned for 2 more at the most.
Okay,
If
we can get it done.
Okay.
You guys are moving right along.
Oh, good.
Good.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Moving right along. Okay.
What's the song? I'm just
Um,
dancing.
That was our bike riding intermission music.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive at the shelter. Rambo, were never able to give your keys back. Nobody really checked in with you. You just got a call that day and said, don't come in, it's closed. Do you still have your keys?
Nice.
Yeah, it's in my backpack.
Oh,
Rambo reaches in her backpack and she looks at Francis and she's like, watch this. And pulls out her keys and unlocks the door to the animal shelter.
So you
And
have
steps in
keys?
hesitantly.
Follows. I follows.
Great.
Sorry.
Follows.
Everybody goes in with you. Bobby says he'll stand watch.
Okay.
Okay.
good man.
I'm
Bobby.
gonna try not to fall.
Please don't fall.
Oh, hey, it's Gloria. She's 10 years old.
I'm Gloria
Okay. Okay. So, it's a little creepy with the lights off and all the shades down. You turn on the lights, and it looks like it was abandoned. Nothing's been cleaned out. The receptionist desk still has all the paperwork on it. Nothing looks undisturbed. As though people just left it.
Can Rambo like inspect the paperwork?
Sure.
Can Francis search around for anything important while Rambo's doing that? I couldn't remember names for a minute.
Sure. So there's the lobby, and behind the desk is a door that leads to the back room where all the animals were kept and where some of the medical equipment was kept. So, yep, go ahead.
While that's happening, Francis is gonna go to the little kennel where the black cat pissed at her.
Okay.
Just in case.
You're gonna go in the back?
Yep.
Okay. So, Rambo, you're looking through the paperwork. You see, a couple of files on different cats. Muffin, Socks, and Peter.
Peter!
And you're looking through their files, and all of them show the same symptoms. At first, the cats seemed very tired. They seemed they weren't really interested in eating. A lot of them had to have medical intervention to help them to stay healthy. They're just sleeping a lot, and were, at first, you were all kind of excited because the cat seemed a little bit more placid, a little bit more friendly, and you guys just chalked it up to the cats getting comfortable and getting to know you. But as their symptoms progressed, they needed a lot more intervention. And Francis, when you open the door to the back, you see the slumped over unconscious body of Amber, the receptionist.
Oh, Shart. Francis runs up to her.
Okay.
And checks on her. And shouts to everyone.
You feel for a pulse, and she's still alive. She has sort of like a greenish black liquid dripping from her mouth.
Vincenzo!
Why are you drinking the lake?
I just imagine Rambo coming in, slapping Amber, and just like, why are you drinking the lake?
Yeah.
That's
It does. And while this is not the first time you slapped Amber out of anxiety and, bringing her back, it didn't help this time, and she remains unconscious.
Dig.
Okay, Francis motions over to Vincenzo and says, "Green goo."
Green.
I thought it was green.
It is. It's like a greenish black. Yeah.
Okay.
Sense just like
Poised for
green goo.
Yeah. And so, Vincenzo, what do you do?
he shuffles over like hesitantly, and he's like got like severely nauseated feeling just looking at it again.
Yeah.
But he does this thing, he closes his eyes and just tries to reach out to it and try to get like information from it, like a memory of what happened, or like any information that he can pull from the nasty.
Well, you recognize some of it as the algae that's been growing on the lake. And it seems almost like clouded, and like there are two parts. There's a part that you can't access, and then you can, you can access the algae sort of like memories, and the memories are just of like the lake and fish swimming, and occasionally the shadow of a familiar boat passing over, which you liken to Larry Peckish's fishing boat, and so you're just sort of getting like memories of the lake and of like kids diving in and residents of Lunar Lake enjoying it, and you can see those memories in your eyes start to become clouded and murky with that black sludge. But you're able to maintain connection with the algae, and Amber barfs it up. And she starts choking and coughing, but coming to.
Ooh.
Rambo is like grand slam smacking her on the back.
Not a grand.
Didn't you do that mac and cheese Heather and the spiders?
Rambo's signature
Yeah.
move, the back slap.
Smack down in Lunar Lake.
She scrambles to her feet, sees you all, screams, and makes a run for the door.
Rambo's
Yeah.
like, whoa, Amber. She's like
She's
running
running.
after her.
He's running.
Rambo
Bobby,
reaches to, like,
Bobby,
grab
close
her
the
by
door!
arm.
Bobby,
Okay, you
close
can
the
make-
door!
Make a fight or a brawn, whichever's higher.
Okay, my fight is 90-12. I got an 8
Ooh.
plus 1 is a 9.
I rolled a nat 20.
Gosh darn it, Amber!
Damn. Oh, she saved
So-
up all that frustration for being slapped. She's like,
She
drinking me.
she freaking
So you grab onto her white
Disintegrates.
sweater, and Amber is able to free herself from it and runs. And
Dig.
she's alive.
Yeah, but why are you scared of us?
You don't know if she's scared of you or
She's just screaming.
yeah.
You just got the old barf and run? Really?
Yep. the
Where
old
did she
barf
run?
Out the door.
She ran back towards the like towards the residential neighborhood.
Oh, she made it out the door already. Okay.
Yeah.
Going home.
Bobby didn't
Yeah.
do shit.
Bobby
She's
roll.
she's Forrest Gump hoofing it like down the road.
Oh my god.
Well, at least she's alive.
She said, and then I just started running.
Yeah. So Francis, you can absolutely check out the cage of the cat that you were thinking about.
Okay. But it was more about
Barf on the
like
floor.
she walks over it, not on it, but carefully walks over the green black sludge and goes over to the kennel and just checks to see if there's anything strange. Like she goes to touch it, see if anything happens.
The lights in the room turn on.
Well,
And then there's a sign for the cat's name. And I would like you to tell me what that cat's name was.
Albus. No, not Albus. I'm scared that he's gonna
Okay.
be dead. Hold on.
Mr.
He-
Spork.
No!
Mr. Peckish.
No!
Mr. Pee Pants.
No, this is important. You have to name the cat right. Hold on.
Lisa Tapioca.
No!
Tapioca.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Lisa Tapioca's the best name I've ever
No!
heard.
We have planted too many mind seeds. You can't think.
Hold on, I have a name in my head.
Dolphin.
Dang it. Well, fine. We'll just call them. We'll call them. We'll, we'll just call them Zero. We'll call them Zero. We'll call them Zero.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
God.
I have so many names. I have like, anyway.
Okay.
Zero. Zero's her
Zero.
name.
Okay. Zero's her name?
There, I said I don't know what they're.
Oh, their name. Okay.
You can tell
okay.
me what they are.
So you see that their name was Zero, and Rambo knows that the cat's files are all on the desk.
Hey, Rambo, you touched this cage. Can you
But-
see anything about Zero in the files?
Rambo goes and collects Zero's file and
Okay.
brings it over.
Zero was the only cat who was unaffected by the illness. Zero remained as punchy as ever, hissing and swatting and reluctantly taking food from folks. It was just kind of an angry cat. And it was going to be adopted, but in the move, it escaped.
Oh, frick.
And after all the hubbub, you hear.
Francis goes over to the cat, or the noise. Look, what if it's not a cat?
The noise is coming from a pile of boxes.
Oh no.
Francis goes over to the cat! The noise in the boxes!
Boxes are flying now.
So Francis moves a bunch of boxes out of the way, and tucked in a corner is a very tiny and scared and angry black cat.
Francis looks around for a big blanky looking thing and tries to just gently let it know that it's okay and that they're safe. Rambo, can you tell this cat that it's safe? Gloria is now channeling into Francis.
Rambo is taking a less direct approach and is like, Zero, it's okay. We're not gonna hurt you.
Zero hisses, and he relaxes a little bit, but is still kind of on guard. But he doesn't respond to you with language.
Rambo turns to Melvin and says, "Can you tell him to relax? That it's gonna be okay." In cat.
Oh yeah, I can do that. So Melvin hops out of your backpack.
Melvin's like,
pads,
"Hey bud, I got a bologna sandwich for you."
And pads over to the cat. That's now covered by a little blanket. And Melvin's sort of like mewing and chirping at the cat. You can hear you can hear Melvin speaking, sort of like, "Hey buddy, it's okay, these guys are nice, they're good people, they'll take good care of you." And the black cat hisses a little bit and bops Melvin on the nose, but comes out.
I love that Melvin in real life is like, "Burr, burr, burr," and then in his voice is like,
Yeah.
Could we ask Melvin to ask, like, what happened and why I mean, I guess we know what happened, but if there's any new information that we suspect, but
Rambo's like, ask
maybe the cat
Zero
saw
for
something
the
else.
rundown.
Yeah.
So Melvin gets the rundown, and Amber was visited by a very tall man in a bowler hat and a trench coat.
Oh, frick.
But it seemed like the man didn't find what he was looking for.
Rambo, I think we need to also keep an eye on you. Nobody leave anyone's sight. I think Francis wants to try and... Does Rambo have treats?
Does it say who was trying to adopt Zero before
Oh,
the
yeah.
shelter closed?
Yeah. It would be the
Yeah,
Donovan
see.
family.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Francis, you feel a horrible, searing pain in your leg, up your back, until a very tiny black cat has perched themselves onto your shoulder.
I just knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming. You said searing pain on my leg, and I was like, there's only one thing that can be happening right now.
You have been scaled.
It is my dream come true. Francis is
Melvin
just gonna
says to
say,
Rambo. Melvin says to Rambo. He likes that one.
Rambo looks at Francis and says, Melvin said he likes you.
okay. Francis looks the least Francis
is just like,
Francis is me and is going to pet and just says, you can just, if you want, you can just make sure that you're latched on as best as you can. And you can just dig your nails, it's fine. If you need for balance.
If you want.
Yeah.
You can palm me. He just starts sort of like licking your hair, giving you like a cow lick.
Oh!
She doesn't care. It's the happiest she's been.
We can end the campaign now. This is how it ends. Nothing else happens.
Okay, I'm happy.
Okay,
Goodbye,
so
Francis's parents. Okay, sorry.
whoever we're assuming was Mr. H visited. Wait,
Mhm.
so why was Amber there if it was closed?
Great question.
Now we won't know because she turned into damn Usain Bolt and ran 10 miles.
Rambo asks Melvin to ask Zero if it seemed like Amber was like looking for something in particular. Like, what was she doing before the tall man came?
You get the sense that Zero didn't see much because he was kind of scared. He's been
Oh,
hiding
that's
for a
alright,
while.
baby. I'm not mad. Okay.
I'm not mad, I'm just pointed.
Okay, so then now we know somebody in real life who is still here, who has seen him, and we can access. So I think we need to go after Amber.
You right.
Okay.
And
Piss
we have
break?
bikes.
Piss break.
Yay.
Okay.
Happy in time.
I'm loving this, by the way. This is just wonderful. And the icing on the cake is now I have cat claws on my shoulder.
I'm getting
Yes.
nervous.
I'm excited. Oh, I mean, like, and also the story is just amazing. And I'm very excited to see what happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, pizza
All
time,
right.
pizza time.
Piss! Grow piss!
So you guys want to go find Amber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can go so quickly that we'll catch at least some of this event because I'm worried. But okay, Amber first.
Okay.
Amber first.
Her address is easy to get because it's in the
Stalking.
employee files. Yep, exactly. So you make your way over to Amber's house, and all the lights are off.
Oh shit.
Francis is. I don't know why Francis's mind just went to, I'm gonna turn the lights on.
Yeah,
Her
just
mind went there or your mind went there?
use your electro powers.
Both.
Yeah.
Because.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Rambo, I guess, is gonna knock on the door and be like, Amber, it's Rambo. I just want to talk.
Make sure you're okay. You're
No
spitting up black
answer.
sludge.
Okay, no, but she did run towards the neighborhood, last we knew. Can we like walk around to the back of the house?
Sure.
And Francis is
Let's
just
see
gonna
if-
look as they're walking, see any movement in the house, in the windows.
Okay. Francis does notice a figure passing by.
There's a figure passing by that window.
Are you like yelling this at us?
I'm saying it to you
'Cause
all.
if you- Okay.
Why?
Well, I don't, because if you, okay, because I don't, okay. Rambo. So I guess Rambo goes back to the front door and knocks and is like,
We see you.
"Whoever's in there, we know you're there."
You hear like the tumbling of furniture and like a lamp getting knocked over and smashed.
I think we just need to go into this house.
Can we like look under the mat for like a spare key or something?
Yeah, and you find one.
Let's go. Oh, but what if it's not Amanda?
Bet to
Okay. Well, we're reluctantly unlocking the door.
Okay.
Well, we're not stepping in.
Okay.
We're just gonna unlock the door and open
The
it.
door swings open.
Francis wants to turn on the lights in the house so they can see everything.
Reach around from like the outside of the door.
No, like using her powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are able to do that. You turn on the lights. All the lights in the house are aglow.
Okay.
Can we like peer, kind of like lean over and look inside and see if we see anybody?
To see the like the main living area where Gloria had passed, you'd have to enter the house.
Oh.
Francis suggests that everyone holds hands, locks
Why did-
arms.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Everybody just
start to
linked
hear like a squelching noise.
Oh, not moisture. Okay.
Definitely.
Rambo yells from the door. Whoever it is, show yourself.
You just
There
hear
are more of us than you.
more squelching noises, like something's being eaten.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. I don't.
I think Francis is gonna go to the front of the link. She wants to see what's going on.
Can we see from the window now? Can we just go look from the window? Now the lights are on. Okay. We're taking a look at the window.
What are you doing with the door?
We close the door and lock it behind us now that the lights
But
are
we
on.
keep the key, hopefully.
Yeah, we're keeping the key.
Okay.
Okay. So from your vantage point in the living room, you see like a large mass of tentacles,
Oh!
and they're wrapped around something.
Oh!
I think we should.
Scarlet says, I think we were too late, and I think we need to go. I think we should just go. We should just go, right? Like, we should probably just go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on team not fucking with it.
I think with Seth also being like taller than them, he's just like has even more of a vantage point to see, and he is just like speechless and so disgusted. He's like on the verge of puking.
And Francis is the shortest one. No, she's not. Never mind. It's Rambo. Never mind. Because I was gonna say
Rambo's
she's
kinda
the shortest one and just wants to just go in anyway. She
No,
can't see anything that
Rambo's, like,
bad.
Hugging everybody away. Rambo's like, we don't want to mess with it.
Should we call? Can we call?
Who are we gonna call? Who are we gonna call that's gonna hear us say there's a squelchy tentacle monster enveloping Amber? Please help. And then not
Well, we don't know.
think we're
We don't.
losing it.
We don't know that it's Amber exactly, but okay.
It's eating something.
Amber
Do
could
we
be the
need to know for
tentacles.
sure?
Bobby's just screaming.
Rambo is like clamping her hands over his mouth, like, shut up! Shut up!
What is Scarlet doing?
Scarlet's walking away and trying to encourage you guys to come with her.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
we have to go.
We need to leave the
I think
key.
No, I'm taking the key with me.
Okay.
I have locked the anyway, yes.
Everybody's still
Leaving.
holding hands and walking in a line like
Yeah.
kindergartners away.
Um,
Ugh.
I guess we're going to the building, right?
Yeah,
Or have we? Yeah.
Main Street.
Do we?
Street, Main Street.
Okay. Yes.
Do we?
Do we want to go to the event?
Well, there might. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Should we pass Main Street on the way to the building?
I don't think so.
Are they on the same?
The route.
What do you guys want to do at Main Street? Like, what do you want to do at the event?
Rambo doesn't want to do anything. Rambo just wants to see if we can get eyes on Hezekiel himself.
As in Mr. H.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Redmayne.
Yeah.
Right?
Just to see what he's up to, and because I worry that, like, well, another worry I have is that, oh gosh, no, I don't know. I don't think we should go to Main Street. What time is it?
It's probably about a little after 6 now, so it
Okay.
started. The streets are notably pretty empty, and probably lots of hustle and bustle going on.
Rambo has a cheeky little thought.
Okay.
What if, because Main Street's going to be busy and full of people, and we know Redmayne's gonna be there, what if we can get within his proximity and somebody can just shout Mr. H within his proximity amongst a crowd, so he's not gonna be able to pin it on any of us, and just see if he reacts.
I love that idea. I love it.
Chaos demon energy. We got to get some in before the end of the game, and I think that's a good thing to do.
That's the little plan Rambo wanted to marinate on her. She couldn't decide if it was stupid or smart.
No,
And
I
now it's
love
fully
it.
Cooked.
I love it.
That's a fully boiled thought.
Okay, that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you make your way to Main Street, and the Halloween and autumn fanfare is dialed up to 11. Tons of people in costume. Sorry, I have a toothache. I need to take it.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Weathles.
Sorry.
That's okay. Ongoing problem. Teeth are expensive.
It's the
They
curse
are.
of
It's
Lashuta.
dumb.
Lashuta.
Latutha.
There's an eldritch being in my tooth. Can you take it out, please?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, string lights and pumpkins and kids going from shop to shop. Vincenzo's parents are there, handing out candy at the general store / pharmacy. You see Mac and Cheese Heather at Mooney's Movies and Milkshakes, and she's handing out candy.
Yeah.
He's handing out mac and cheese from her pockets.
She's scooping Kraft into kids' buckets joyfully.
And the farmer's market is like a little Halloween carnival. There's caramel apples, bobbing for apples, games, and other like fair type foods. And there's a little stage, and it looks like they're setting up for some kind of speech or something. Little like makeshift pallet stage. Where do you guys want to go? Like, what's your plan?
Rambo kind of just wants to like blend in with the hustle and bustle and like try to keep an eye out for Redmayne.
Is there a
Okay.
tent where he'd be preparing his stuff?
You do see a large tent. You can't quite make out what's going on there. There are lots of people, but you do see one.
Could we maybe, even if it's just Francis, just sort of slowly walk over and just see if she can hear anything interesting? Maybe about Mr. H chat?
Sure. Are you gonna go over and like stand there, or
Just
like
sort of walk by, like maybe Scarlet can come with her, and they
Okay.
can just listen together and just look like weird Wednesday Addams people. It's Halloween.
Um. So and you tell Scarlet what you're doing?
Yeah, just say we're gonna listen to see if there's anything, like, because the idea is, well, I guess you didn't say that, Miss. The man was in there, did you? Never mind. Well, do it anyway.
Okay. So Scarlet leads you over to a booth where you can throw balls at like little milk bottles and try to knock them over to win prizes.
Cute.
And she buys you both a couple of tickets to play.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys are playing, you can kind of make out that Mr. Redmayne is going to announce his mayoral candidacy tonight.
Ugh. Okay.
And if you look over, you see a very tall man in a black trench coat with long black hair and a long, thin black mustache that meets his beard, which hangs like pretty much down the whole length of his torso.
Okay.
It looks like Jafar, okay?
I was thinking of Rasputin.
Oh.
This is the off-brand Jafar. This is Jaclose.
He's Janir to
He's Janir.
Japroximal.
Okay, so I think.
Oh, Andrew hit his head on his desk.
He's out of commission.
The last second I stopped. I did make collision.
Okay, so he's just being a ghoul out in public then.
And he's talking, and is he talking to
It looks like people are sort of just fawning over him, like going over his jacket with like a lint roller and like getting him ready to go on stage to make his announcement.
Okay.
But is anybody reacting to Mr. Tallman?
Is it just a
You mean
wide berth
the
around
Redmayne?
him?
So Redmayne is the tall.
Trench coat man.
Yeah.
Oh, is that him? Oh, okay. So he's
Yeah.
Mr. Nasty Dastardly.
Seemingly. And everyone's fawning over him and helping him with his. Okay. Does he
Is
have
there
like
anything weird about the people that
Yeah.
are fawning over him?
Yeah, you don't recognize any of them. You know so many of the families in Lunar Lake and other people that you've met that work with him, the Thornwalls, the Donovans, Ruby Singh's family. Nobody looks familiar to you guys.
Do they look human?
They just look like strangers. Nobody you've ever seen before.
You know, as
Okay.
soon as Andrew said, "Do they look human?" alien sounding music started playing. It's going.
Nice.
Wee, wee,
Okay. Okay.
So I think Francis is just gonna sort of, because we've heard descriptions of this person. We've seen, I think she's gonna call over to Vincenzo and say, "Is this the person that you've seen grasping, like basically taking Lilith?"
You recognize the trench coat, but it's not the same thing.
Okay.
What you saw was not a person. It was like vaguely in the shape of a person wearing
Okay.
clothes, but it wasn't human.
He's in his people suit.
Yeah.
He's a
people
ghoul in a
suit.
people suit.
Okay.
Terrifying.
If he turns around, there's a zipper on the back of his head.
All right, and he starts making his way over to the stage.
Should we
You see a
listen?
crowd start to
Francis!
gather.
Francis, say its name.
What?
Yellow fleeting Mr. H.
You're gonna say it in plain view?
No, she's gonna
Oh.
sort of shuffle over to the crowd, and sort of get shorter than
Walk.
people and go, Mr. H!
Act like you're tying your shoe. Act like you're tying your shoe
Okay.
and then yell it.
Mr. H!
He drops one of the sheets of paper that he's holding.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
You've been found out,
And
Mr.
he looks
Ghoulman.
he looks over like directly in your direction.
You'll never know.
Rambo comes over and is like, "Oh my God, Francis, did you need help tying your shoes? I know you're really bad at it." And so she leans over and is quietly untying and then retying Francis's shoes like this is a normal thing.
Francis is gonna look over and see if there's a light on the other end of the direction she is. So if she's here, if there's a light over there, Francis wants to try and turn it off for a distraction. I don't know. I don't want. He's looking in my direction.
There are like the booths are all lit up. There's tons of string lights. You can what
Ooh.
one in particular would you like to turn off?
Just one that's away from where I am enough to cause a distraction for him to turn his head, like a big enough one, like a spotlight or something on his stage.
And can
Okay.
Francis manipulate all technology? Is this what we're getting at? That she can manipulate? Homegirl, you need to turn off the microphone
She will.
on stage.
That too.
Just blow it, Mr. Fuse. Just blow it all.
But then he'll know that someone, like, I'm trying to get us away so we can meet with Ruby. In my head, this is what's in my head. We still need to get away, but I'm worried that, like, if we just cause something that's really big of a distraction, he'll know that something's up. Like,
Right.
even though we've already said Mr. H in a burly. So enough, maybe
Yeah, I think we've already tipped our hand a little bit with that.
turn off the microphone, turn off a light, maybe a spotlight or something, make it look like his stuff is malfunctioning, and then sort of get away.
Okay.
If that's what you all
So-
think is right.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
I just pictured the stage stuff being like on a transformer or something, like being plugged into it and you just fuse it
Yeah,
out. for a minute,
yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
Like stuff is just
Okay.
malfunctioning long enough for us to boot
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to shut off the whole place. The microphone,
Sure.
the little area, like his really important area, then yes.
You are able to do so, and it sounds exactly like Andrew making that noise. Yeah.
Moistly
And so-
deactivates electronics.
Okay, and so he takes a step off of the stage. Folks are sort of rushing around it, trying to figure out what's going on. He looks definitely annoyed. Yeah. And you guys are able to make your escape.
Cool.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we can confirm that the name Mr. H is familiar to him at
Yes.
least.
Mhm,
I'm willing to bet he is Mr. H
mhm.
in a people suit. Well, see, now I feel conflicted. We wanted to check out the building, right? And this thing was his distraction, but now we've kind of ruined that.
Sorry, which building?
The Terra, right? Because he's
That's
We gotta
not
go
here,
there
though.
anyway.
That's like,
Yeah, but he's here now, distracted, but we've kind of like ruined his distraction, right?
He still has to
No,
give his speech.
he's here trying to give a speech. If anything, you've delayed him further.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You the storyteller will tell you that you have secretly bought yourself more time.
Let's go. Do
Yeah.
we want to go to the building then?
to Tara,
Since we've
if
yeah.
it's close to the time to meet Ruby, yeah.
Do you remember in Stray when you were playing it and you got to a point where it said the doors won't open? when you know, like, did you get everything you wanted to do here? Because the
Right.
door's gonna shut behind you. So you've reached
Oh,
that point in the
no!
game. So going to Terra Industries is the last thing that you can do.
Oh God!
You want to
Oh
make sure that like
Jesus!
you're good. You've like chatted with whoever you
Oh.
want to chat. You've gathered whatever NPCs you want to gather.
We have Bobby, we have Scarlet.
You have Bobby, Scarlet, Ruby will meet you there.
I don't want to bring Mr.
No,
Peckish with us.
absolutely
I want to keep
not.
him safe.
Absolutely not.
Yep, you could bring him if you wanted to.
You stay safe and you tuck in the bed, little baby.
I think Elspeth
Don't move.
would not want to do this. I just have a feeling that Elspeth
Think so?
think this is sort of like out of her league, maybe, but that's just what I think.
And also, the more people we bring, like the more attention we
True.
would probably draw. It's harder to keep that number of people.
Yeah.
I also have
secretive.
my wolf necklace.
The Wolfie
Should I-
boys. Yes.
Should I make a collect call to the wolves before we head to Terra?
Yes. And then just ask. Oh, do they know? Do they know what he looks like?
I can ask.
Because then you can describe.
They know they seem to know a lot more about the ancient being side of this whole thing than anybody we've talked to.
Okay. Is there like a?
Okay.
Send them the WhatsApp.
Yeah, Rambo. I guess Rambo is going to attempt to make a connection.
Melvin's
speak
gonna
with them.
swat your hand away from the amulet,
Oh,
and Melvin says, "Now, I know they seemed kind of friendly, but they're not friendly like I'm friendly. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean?
fair.
You get like one shot with these guys. I wouldn't call them yet."
Okay.
Okay. Rambo is going to respectfully take that
Hint
advice.
taken.
Right. Okay, then I guess we just all of our loose strings are tied up as much as they can be at this point,
I
right?
think
I
so.
think so.
Can
Tie them around the top of your head.
I'm
These
just
are my
thinking,
emotional support braids.
can we drop Zero off inside, since we're on Main Street? Can we just drop Zero off in Bobby's apartment?
At your house.
Bobby's apartment, because it's right there, isn't it?
What is the safest place for Zero though? Bobby's
Oh,
place
Shart.
whose mother has been persecuted.
Persecuted.
I don't know what's safe.
You
I'll-
know what?
I'll hand wave that at some point you dropped him off at your house.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
And
good.
you like opened a can of tuna, gave him some water.
While
And
we
then
were in
I
the
made him a little-
residential with Amber.
He's all good. He's all set. He's in your house and he's safe.
Okay.
Okay, good. The only thing we really need to make sure is
He hisses at you when you leave.
She hisses back.
What if he's just that cat that like hisses to talk instead of meowing? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just the only way they know how to talk.
Oh. Okay.
Also him grumpy.
Yeah. Him grumpy sweet baby
Okay.
boy.
All right, kids.
Don't strangle yourself with your
You look like Abraham Lincoln.
4 and 4 something about it.
Right, everybody make a hair beard.
Okay.
Yay!
Here. Mine has hair
Clouds
ties
on
in
it.
it.
Milady.
Andrew.
Yeah, we get it. You have an actual beard.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I guess we're going.
I'm gonna throw
on
up
our bikes.
on our bikes.
Okay. Ruby is waiting a little bit further away from the entrance, and greets you all with a wave.
Oh boy.
All right, it's good to see you guys. Okay, so listen, I think there might be guards, and there's definitely cameras, so we're gonna have to be careful.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
Where exactly do we have a sense of where cameras and guards are located?
Ruby says that the cameras sort of form like a wreath around the building, so they can see, from any like vantage point, and that guards sort of patrol the perimeter.
Well, we have someone who can deactivate cameras.
I was gonna ask if we all were comfortable with that in case they start looking around more to see if
Yeah.
should
Do your thing, Francis.
Oh, okay. I meant like, okay. You know what? She's gonna do it. She's just gonna go buzz buzz.
You're gonna have to
Be
get closer to the
brave!
building. You're not quite on the
Oh,
ground.
right, okay. Okay.
Do you want to send somebody in as a scout first? Do you all just want to like rush in? Do you want to
We
try
could
to
send.
sneak in?
We could send Melvin.
Yeah.
My
You want to send
sweet,
Melvin?
Sweet... Yeah, we'll send
Oh
Melvin.
gosh.
But
You want to
Rambo's gonna
use
give him a little,
I wonder-
kiss on the forehead.
Could
Set
Melvin
him on the ground gently.
check to see if how attentive the people watching the cameras are? I don't know if there's anything close by where they're monitoring things.
There's no guard station, so you get the sense that it's probably from inside the building.
Okay.
Are you going like Melvin vision, or are you just letting him scout and then you'll chat with him after?
Melvin vision.
Remember,
want
Melvin
me to-
vision puts you completely vulnerable. You can't
Never mind.
see, hear, or move
Yeah, I
your
was
body.
gonna say it might be good to just let him do his thing. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's got wisdom.
Okay.
We're gonna
So
send Melvin out on his own.
Melvin gets low to the ground and takes sort of like a wide berth around the back of the building, or at least heading towards the back of the building. And after like a very short amount of time, surprisingly short, he returns to you. Hey kid, there's nobody there.
Rambo's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, there's no guards. Nobody.
And then what?
Maybe they're
Didn't
all with
Ruby
like-
say there
Redman.
were guards.
Yeah, Ruby says that she's been checking the place out for days. And every day there's a patrol of guards, so she doesn't know what's going on.
You know what? The guards are probably all those weird people that were around. What's his name?
I think Vincenzo just quietly is like, maybe they think they don't have to protect this place anymore.
Yeah.
Scarlet sort of gulps at that thought.
It is Halloween after all.
Can Francis just like send a current? Like a wave of electricity just through the threshold of the gate, just to see if anything happens. You know, like there's a force field or something that can hurt us if we step foot on this place, if there's any wards over it. You know, anything. I don't know if that's a
So
power
you-
that she has.
It's not a power that you have, no.
Frick. Okay.
But if you wanted to approach the gate, you could try to see if there's anything that you could turn off.
Okay. Francis will do that.
And sure enough, the area goes dark and the cameras stop swiveling.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
You also hear something click in the door, and it swings open. And Ruby looks down at her key card. She's like, I didn't know she could do that. Okay. And sort of just dejectedly starts walking towards the open door with her stolen key card.
She wanted to be important.
She is. Are we all linking arms and heading in?
Yes.
I think we're like full-on Wizard of Oz-ing this situation.
Yeah.
On our way. We're off to see the horrors, the wonderful horrors within.
I love this song.
Nobody wants to let go of each other in case something happens.
Right.
Okay. Um, inside is a basic lobby with nondescript decor, almost designed to make you brush it off and not really pay too much attention. You see a desk in which there are a couple of computer screens and like basic paperwork. There's nobody at the desk. And at the end of a short hall, you see an elevator.
We gonna need a key card now.
You said there's no like documents or anything on the desk, or there are?
Yeah, there's some paperwork.
Can we like sift through it and see if we see anything of importance in it?
You see like basic plans for tonight's events, like where everybody should be. You see plans of a new like pet medication to calm anxiety, and this is the medical facility, so you see like a bunch of like new product plans, vitamins.
Right, because it was like a drug company.
Probably using the sludge as the main ingredient.
You see that Lazarus brokered some kind of a deal to be able to use the animals at the shelter you worked in as test subjects.
No
and
wonder.
He's got communications with Amber.
Amber!
Okay,
This is
take
just
that.
more confirmation, yeah.
Rambo knows that all of the animals are going to make a full recovery. They're at a different animal hospital and are being treated.
Good stuff.
Just to ease anybody's worries. I'm not going to kill
I feel less bad about Amber succumbing to a squelchy mass.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah.
Do we? I guess the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Can Frances
We're
feel
taking
her
me
mom
in.
around?
Yeah. How do you think you would do that?
Just to see if she can feel more of an electric buzz in her soul more than usual. Just before they go down the elevator. Just in case
Does
her
the
mom's
elevator
here.
Going up or down? Actually.
That too.
Side to side.
I would say Francis did probably this entire day you felt a different closeness to your mom.
Okay.
Almost like a shadow.
Okay.
And when you take pause, you can sort of tap into that feeling, and it feels like, being served like a cup of hot chocolate or something at home after like a cold day at school.
That's nice.
It's the Campbell
Here.
soup commercial.
Yeah, it's
Where
the
he
Campbell
unfreezes.
That's such a good commercial.
Was that out
And to
recently?
answer your question, no, what?
Is it a recent commercial?
No, it's the old. It's
It's
the old
It's an
one where the
old.
kid like waddles in and he's
That's
a
the
snowman and he eats soup and then he melts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a sweet one. I remember. I was thinking of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I always feel like I just don't know anything about the American commercial ads anymore. Okay.
Nothing now could be that wholesome.
No. Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at the elevator.
Yeah.
And it sort of feels like Rambo's looking at my notes because the basement does only go down.
See,
You see that there are buttons for 4 floors, but the B is the only one that is aglow. And my guess is Rambo couldn't help herself but to push the other buttons and would note that they're not
They don't
starting the
work.
elevator.
Okay.
You also
we go
noticed
on-
that there was no stairwell to the upper floors.
It's a sham.
Well, it's the only way we got to go.
Yep.
Okay.
We going down.
I think Ruby would be the one to press it too.
Yep. Ruby gets in with you, but all of you like sort of pile into the elevator. There are definitely too many of you. It drops a little bit as you all enter,
Oh, hate that.
and you begin your descent to the basement of Terra Industries.
I'm gonna throw up.
Oh shit.
To make
I'm
it
gonna throw up.
to make it a little
I'm
bit
thrown up.
cringy teenage love, Francis notices how close she is to Scarlet.
Yeah, Scarlet's arm is like in direct contact with your arm. Like you guys are
Oh,
so close.
their
together.
arms are touching.
And,
Yeah,
and
everybody's
actually,
got like Scooby Doo shaky legs.
Yeah.
you feel like a pinky touch your hand, and then like withdraw.
Francis does nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
you.
So
Francis has
when
no
you
game.
Francis
you reach the bottom,
definitely doesn't have game. Sorry.
the doors open, and before you is an old tunnel system.
Oh, come on. It's just more and more layers of awful.
Wood brackets barely keep like crumbling dirt walls from closing in on you, and there's sort of an endless string of lights leading you in only one direction.
Whew.
I guess we're going, y'all.
Now or never.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Still holding hands.
And,
Yep.
and Francis, I just want you to know, you ain't never hold this girl's hand before, and
And you might never
you,
again.
and you might never.
Francis is turning red and wants to
Scarlet is
scream.
also red and walks like ahead of all of you and like leads the
Oh
charge.
gosh. Oh,
Scarlet
no.
said, "Okay, well now I just want to get snatched."
And then Francis is like, is this my should I what? I'm assuming while Francis is
Miss the
thinking
window.
everyone is just sort of walking in front of her. Wait for me.
Okay. So you follow a tunnel's descent. The earth starts to smell wet and musty, and that familiar sickening smell from the lake reaches your nostrils.
I'm throw up. I'm thrown up.
And finally, you come to what has to be the end of a tunnel as it opens into a huge chamber, circular in shape.
You know what?
The room's only light comes from task lamps extending from the poorly constructed wiring system from the hall. The harsh fluorescent hum and glow from the lights adds to the sickening vision before you. Bodies in white lab coats
Sickening
litter the
or
floor.
like
No, like bleh.
just kidding.
Bodies in white lab coats. I'm talking. Wow, I just gotta add your body to this collection. Bodies in white lab coats litter the floor of this forgotten temple. Toppled stone tablets also litter the floor. At the far end, facing where you enter, looks like a stone archway, like a doorway, but the door is just dirt. There's no place that you could go through it. The threshold is blocked, and then flanking the threshold are an impossibly large set of antlers spanning the floor to the ceiling, and they look like they're just being uncovered from the dirt and the stone and the rubble.
They fucking digging him up. They digging him up.
No.
They digging
No,
him
no,
up.
no.
When you say bodies, like, are we talking like 10? Are we talking like 50? We're talking
Like 10-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
we recognize anybody?
Are you inspecting them?
Yep.
We looking at
I
their
mean, I
faces.
guess we're here.
You see Lilith Donovan's parents, Mr.
Ooh.
Thornwall, Mrs.
Oh.
Thornwall,
Get wrecked.
Get bop,
And-
Fartwall.
and a couple of other people that you don't recognize.
Are they dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot.
Oof.
All of them, their mouths are green and black with ichor.
Oh, they drank it.
They be drinking that lake Gatorade, that Lakerade.
Okay.
Well, oh God.
There are pieces of like stone tablets that you guys can inspect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we need to look at that.
Everything.
Know what they were looking at.
All of you are able to grab all of the pieces and sort of lay them on the floor. It's pretty clear that this is like one tablet that was broken into many pieces. You're able to put them together, and it reveals like a woodland motif. Upon closer inspection, these branches are not branches, but the texture of muscles of limbs stretched into horrible shapes.
My gosh.
I'm gonna
Faces
barf.
are contorted in pain. In a nest of limbs sits a small cloaked figure, arms outstretched.
Oh my God, is it Lilith? Is it Lilith? Is she trapped? Is she limbed?
In limb.
You don't see her face, but it feels similar to the dreams that you had.
Oh my God. But her arms are stretching out, so she's sentient. Can we like call her name?
She wants uppies.
Stop it! Get out!
Oh.
Among the
Yeah,
bodies,
so-
you see a young man dressed as Mr. Leckish.
Right. Yeah, I guess we
So you're just gonna call out Lilith?
just be like, Lilith, is that you?
You don't hear anything.
Lilith, if it's you, wiggle your fingers. Darn it! I don't wanna.
Jeez.
I
don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know where to start because there's not a lot of.
Well, her arms are reaching out, and my instinct is to grab them, but like,
Yeah.
what if we get absorbed into the limb mass? I don't want to be a limb mass.
We can link. We might be stronger than that.
Like a chain link.
Yeah.
Everybody like a barrel full of monkeys.
Vincenzo has rope.
I sure do.
Boy, lasso that girl up.
Like a prize cattle. Yeah, he's got rope, a coiled rope. For sure. So let's try this.
Out of everything I could remember that anyone has, I just remember that Vincenzo has rope. I don't even know what I have.
Rope.
I want to make sure that you guys understand what's happening. You're seeing this image carved into like a stone tablet.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's not.
Okay, so it's not
happening in
happening
Not
in
a
front
Oh,
of
that's what I
statue, it's
thought.
like a
Okay.
relief. Yeah.
Okay.
Was there an opening? You said there was like an archway.
Yep.
Well, then I guess we gotta keep moving.
But it's
It's-
just dirt,
it's-
right?
It's just dirt. It's just like a dirt wall.
Should we go up to the
In the archway.
scary looking antler thing?
I don't want to
So,
mess with it.
Imagine the archway, and then like crawling up the walls of the archway is antlers. And when you look closer at the antlers, you recognize that they're similar to the tablet, and that it's not made out of whatever deer's antlers are made out of. These look like
stuff.
these look like the texture of muscles, of like flesh of.
Are there any roots and stuff around, like hanging down from the tunnel ceiling or the wall or anything? Is there anything alive down here?
Since you guys. There's the lights. There's some electricity, but
I don't know what I would want to look for. Anyone have any ideas?
Well, I'm assuming there's something beyond the archway. We just can't, if it's a dirt wall.
The wolves could
I can't
dig.
imagine we're about to start digging.
We can just let the wolves down the
Cover
elevator.
it more.
Think back to the beginning of the episode.
I was having dirt thrown in my mouth. Maybe I'll just eat the dirt.
All I can think of is Francis's mom is hiding. She's somewhere. She's been like shadowing all day. But I don't know what to link
That's
here.
probably the passageway to the other dimension or something.
Maybe. But
What happened with Rambo at the start of the day? I'm trying to remember.
that was with
Rambo woke up in the middle of the night and grabbed scent to go meet Melvin with the wolves. And the wolves
Right.
said their thing and gave Rambo the necklace and said all the stuff about the ancient thing sleeping under Lunar Lake.
Am I missing something? I'm gonna read
Yeah.
my I'm gonna
You
read
specifically are missing something.
Okay.
Francis!
It's nothing in your text. It's something that happened to you.
Let's see, Francis?
Oh my gosh. Can I rearrange stuff? Can I rearrange stuff in here? Oh my gosh, can I open the door? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Hurry!
The music is really sinister on my end.
It's minus two.
So some of the lights go out as you're pulling them from the walls, from the floor. They're encircling you. They're deconstructing before your eyes. And behind you, you hear,
Oh god! I'm gonna barf!
"Oh, Francis, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it, and you couldn't resist, could you? You couldn't resist." And Mr. Redmayne enters the cavern.
Oh,
We
you
should have brought the wolves.
big old wrinkled fart.
Oh
The
god.
the electronics form themselves into a doorknob, and you see the dirt beginning to crumble away
Okay.
as the doorway begins to open. This is all I needed. All of you here before me. He looks down at the bodies on the floor. You know, they wanted to help, but they couldn't. Not like you. You are all special. And I'm so glad to see you now.
Can Francis stop?
No.
Damn it!
You already done did it!
Shart.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you... Okay, Rambo's like, what do you mean we're special?
You are God-touched. You can make things happen. And dear Vincenzo, he's been taking such good care of all of the residents of Lunar Lake, keeping them so healthy and so useful. And the lake, well, sure, we could make it sick. We could drive you away. You know, you're standing right beneath it. But you made something else. This algae, it's fusing, making some kind of, I don't know, magic. And Francis, oh Francis, you can open the door I've been digging at this for months. Nothing. Calling, praying, sacrificing, and nothing. And then here you are, opening doors to new and exciting possibilities. And Rambo, dear Rambo, you are gonna be how I communicate to this thing.
Rambo hacks a loogie and spits it at his feet.
Nice.
He stops and looks at his shoe and smiles. Now that's the kind of energy I need.
Oh.
Little Lilith, you know, she could have been here to help us. But I don't know that we need her now, Scent, as you and her share something in common, you see.
What did you do with her?
You can speak to those who aren't here with us anymore, can't you?
Oh my god, you should have been talking to all them bodies.
She refused to help me. So she took a little trip with Mr. H. I don't really need her now, do I? You're here. You're all here. And that door is about to open. And you see his elbows sort of bend in backwards. His knees bend out backwards. Bones breaking. Limbs shattering.
Fucking gross.
Tentacles emerging from these new wounds as he begins his transformation. These are gifts. Gifts that I can assure you will be shared with you.
I don't want it.
I don't fucking want
You
it.
can join me.
Do some
Join
white
you
elf.
in what?
He approaches the door as it begins to open, and you all stand sort of in a circle around him. And he's reaching out to you as these tentacles begin to grow, and it becomes clear that he's taken you all on a trip.
Oh.
What do you do?
No! No!
Bite it.
We're gonna bite the tentacle.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Should I contact the wolves? Are the wolves gonna help?
Melvin says, now seems like a good time as any, kid.
Okay, well, Rambo's gonna talk to the wolves.
Okay. So you place your hand on the amulet, and you start to feel unwell.
Oh boy.
Pain washes over you.
Oh great.
Your body starts to change.
Oh god.
Yes.
Your nose extends.
Oh god, we have an animorph!
Limbs become bigger. Your body covered in fur. And you snarl at Mr. Redmayne
I'm a fucking she-wolf.
and
Oh,
lunge
no.
for him.
Yeah.
And whatever dice you have in any of your other categories for fight, you can roll a 20.
Okay, so I can just roll a 20.
Yeah, and you get a +4 to whatever you roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. Your claws sink into his chest. He stumbles backwards into the now crumbling door, giving you a little bit of space. What are the rest of you doing? Scarlet is frozen in fear. Bobby is frozen in fear.
I don't even know what to do here. My immediate thing is to like get into his eyes, and I want to like shatter the lamps and let the glass fall into his eyes. But I don't. That's the only thing I can think of.
And when you think of it, like some of the glass from the lamps that you've already broken to form this doorway lift themselves up from the floor, hover in front of you, and fly in the direction of his eyes. And I want
get
you to roll
wrecked.
your fight.
roll
Let's
my
go, Francis.
roll my fight. Okay. Okay. I'm scared. Okay. Oh, a 6. Okay, I rolled a 6, but my fight's a D8.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm scared.
He's in the middle of his transformation, so he can't react. So they, glass, impales itself into his face, making him look even more horrific. And he moves back in pain. And Vincenzo, I would like for you to roll a flight as a tentacle wraps itself around your ankle. You are the most important. You are coming with me.
Oh no! This is my D4.
Oh, please,
Oh, God.
please.
Come on.
Roll a 4, please.
Send.
Andrew.
Andrew!
I swear to God.
I'm gonna throw up.
I will pull my computer out of the wall.
Why is your computer in
He
the
just
wall?
leaves the.
Did you get a 4?
I am stomping.
What did you roll? A 4 or 1? Okay, you can roll another one.
Yeah, roll it again.
They're exploding.
Come on, Sint.
Okay, a 3.
Okay.
Okay. So you're before it can get any purchase, you're able to sort of like step on it, and Charlotte sees what's happening and wraps herself around you and pulls you back.
Oh shit!
And so it loses its hold on you, but he's not done with you yet.
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
The doorway continues to crumble, and out from the doorway, a pair of arms wraps itself around his chest and starts pulling him in. And you can see, Francis, that it's your mother.
I just got chills.
No, you don't, you son of a bitch! And she pulls him in, pushes him out of the way, and falls out of the doorway.
Oh!
And inside, you see that familiar hellscape. Lightning crashing, roiling thunder, and broiling seas. And something wraps itself around Lazarus, and he is screaming, "No! No! I was so close!" And the doorway crumbles.
Is Rambo still a wolf?
Rambo is still a wolf.
Okay.
My heart is beating so fast I'm gonna throw up.
And at your feet, Francis, lies your mom, just sort of looking up at you. Hey, baby girl.
Oh.
Hi, Mom. She gives her mom a hug immediately.
You did so good. You did so good. You were right. I followed you the whole way. I could see everything that was happening. You
Where's
did such a good job.
Where's everyone else? I know you were hiding, but where is everyone else?
I don't know, kid.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're safe. And she just sort of brings her, she's gonna bring her mom over to everyone and just is confused and in shock. I'm confused and in shock.
Your mother.
What?
Hug her.
I already hugged her! I'm gonna hug her again!
He probably would be in shock though from that and everything
Yeah.
else.
And so while you are all tending to each other, you see a hand burst through.
Frick.
And another. And another. And then the dirt comes washing through like a waterfall. And a short-ish, bronze-skinned older man comes crawling out of the dirt. And Ruby screams, "Dad!"
Oh my God.
And through the dirt, a young girl in a torn dress and messed up hair braids, coughing dirt. And what does your dad look like? Francis.
He's just a dude, a brown dude.
Brown dude.
A brown dude.
So brown dude makes his way through. just a brown dude.
Maybe in his 40s, 50s.
Okay. A brown dude in his 40s or 50s.
I didn't think about what they look like.
And
Long lost father who we've never seen.
It's a brown dude.
Introduction is brown dude comes crawling out of the
And the last is an arm wearing a flannel shirt and a familiar face. It's your Uncle Victor.
Oh.
And his age looks inappropriate for the time that he looks a lot younger than he's supposed to be. But it's your uncle. And the antlers flanking the doorway recede back into the wall.
Fucking ew, go home.
Oh.
And you are Rambo's starting to transition back into Rambo, and you hear a whispering as the amulet sort of starts to crumble. What would the wolves say to you?
Ow.
It stays.
Barking.
It stays. They say to you, it stays sleeping for now. And
For now.
the amulet crumbles as though your agreement with the wolves has come to a conclusion.
Okay, neat.
What? I didn't see.
It's
Oh,
girl.
girl.
She's appeared as a little gourd in the corner.
Okay. So
Victor is obviously embracing Vincenzo and
Who is probably
telling
just shaking like uncontrollably.
telling him how proud he is of him. Ruby and her dad are connecting. Francis's parents are fawning over Francis.
Oh,
Rambo's
Rambo.
family stayed safe the whole time.
Yeah,
So-
Rambo with lack of lost
Wait.
family to hug.
Bobby's
goes to
here
hug.
with you, and Bobby's
wait.
Yeah, but Rambo goes to comfort Lilith and tries to shield her from seeing her parents.
Okay.
Where's Bernice?
She didn't come
Not
through.
around.
Shart.
Oh.
Okay.
Which could mean one of a couple of things.
Yeah.
It means that the storyteller wanted to leave something open in case anybody
Uh-huh.
wanted to play again.
Okay, good to know.
Oh my god.
Okay. While everyone's sort of doing all this, Frances is gonna hug her parents and speak to them, but then also notices Scarlet sort of just standing there, and she tells Scarlet to come over.
Y'all
Scarlet
ain't even
comes over.
y'all ain't never held hands, and now she gonna meet your parents.
Yeah, she goes over and she says,
Hi.
"This is Scarlet.
Hi.
She's Frances is feeling very stuck, and then she just gives a really big hug to Scarlet and is just
Scarlet is like rigor mortis stiff.
just says she's been with me while you haven't been able to be here with me too, and is just trying to do something nice.
Scarlet will eventually soften and return your hug, and very tightly.
Okay. Should we
And
get
then she'll
out of here?
immediately retreat and put her hands like by her
Yeah.
side, and like sort of zombie walk out, like not sure what to do with any of her limbs.
I kind of picture also like Ruby's dad, like seeing the people who are dead and like having that moment of realization of who didn't make it or who was like complicit in some of this.
Some of y'all are gonna need therapy.
Can
Yep.
we ask? Can we ask them what happened? Like, they're here now.
Sounds like a good
Yeah.
idea.
They're all a little shaken, but I would say in like the walk towards the elevator, you know, you got to take shifts and everybody's coming up. Vincenzo's doing, I imagine, some like mending work, and Victor's assisting him, trying to make sure everybody's healthy enough to at least get out of here. They tell you that they were working for Mr. Redmayne. It started off as a really great job. In Shadowbrook, he relocated after the Christmas incident, or has been trying to relocate since the Christmas incident because he's been looking for this for a really long time. Redmayne believed that Lo Shudath would offer him great power, and that Lunar Lake was his resting place, and if he awoken him and brought him back from his primordial plane to Earth, that he would be rewarded with great power and great riches. And the closer he got to it, the more frenzied he became, and started sacrificing people left and right.
Bruh.
And when people didn't do what he wanted them to do, he sent Mr. H, which stands for Harbinger. A harbinger is a type of creature that lives in that other plane. Lilith tells you all about the spider creature that you saw, that tons of them walk that plane.
Ew.
It's a terrible, horrible place full of monstrous entities and bits and pieces of Lunar Lake, as though this creature is dreaming of Lunar Lake and gets snippets of the life that has been built around it, and it's starting to merge with the plane. So pieces of Lunar Lake are entering the primordial plane, and the primordial plane is coming here, which is why you had some creatures and why the three of you are touched by magic.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It's a sleep for now. These are all things that you gathered too from your own research. It could wake up again, but for now, you know, you've restored order and can begin healing, both healing relationships and health and the town.
Thank
Oh my
goodness.
god.
You know what the worst part about all this is? Most of the town don't even know. Most of them don't even know.
It's absolutely like one of those like TV shows, you know, like Rambo's parents sense parents just think that you guys are being teenagers and like
Yeah.
It was
like
about to be
absent
monster
and not
kebab,
really.
and they don't know.
No.
Bless their
Oh my
hearts. Good for
God.
them.
Ignorant.
And
My
so
God.
I imagine the ending credits are rolling, and Frances is having like an extremely awkward dinner with her family, and Scarlett's there, and that Rambo is back at the pick of the litter. It's reopened.
Yay.
Melvin is a beloved coworker and helps Rambo bridge the gap and allow cats to let Rambo help them. And Rambo's building a name for herself as an animal caretaker.
Yeah! Occupation!
I used to be one of y'all for like 5 minutes.
Scent and his uncle are rebuilding a relationship. Elspeth hangs around too, and they've sort of rekindled their romance. And the three of you
Aw.
together offer um, like herbology classes and taking people through the flora and fauna of Lunar Lake and educating people on what different herbs do um, and the history of some of them and um, yeah.
Meanwhile, his family's just like, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah. And then the last credit scene is sort of Bobby sitting on a bench and the leaves are blowing
Oh.
beneath his feet and he's just sort of looking off into the distance.
Oh.
Poor thing.
So something yet remains unfinished.
Poor sweet Bobby.
Poor Bobby.
Bobby.
This was so good.
Was that the
That's
end?
it!
Oh my
That's the
gosh!
end!
So much love and
Oh,
intent was put into this.
oh, Mr. Werthers.
Thank you, Mr.
Aw.
Weathers.
Mr. Werthers.
Thank you. But oh my gosh, Weathers, thank you so much. I was gonna say this before our call, but then I decided to say it for the end. But like, thank you so much for being the person to get me into this again, because I hadn't done it for years, and you just made this so like fun and simple enough to understand and easy
Right.
and just I had a really
Best
great time.
storyteller.
So good. Thank you so much.
It was an honor, first of all, to be asked to do something like this. I know, like, I don't stream, and like I don't have like really a public presence, so getting asked to do something like this is a rare opportunity for me, and I really appreciated it and had a really, really good time.
Yeah, it's been great.
Also, for anybody
good.
thinking about playing Kids on Bikes, this was like using the bones of Kids on Bikes and creating something that was completely different. Kids on Bikes games
love
are not
that.
usually like this at all. I went wild because we didn't think that we were gonna keep doing this. So,
Right.
but it was really, really fun, and thank you for sort of letting me do whatever I wanted to do and take you guys on an adventure.
Yeah.
It was so special and funny and heartfelt and just good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. I just want to have a tea party with Mr. Pickish.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say that would be the end in the end credits too. Is maybe all of you and Lilith having a tea party with.
Oh, my heart.
I love that.
I love that.
Oh.
I'm glad Gloria's plan to kill off somebody didn't happen.
Damn it!
Except all those people on the floor.
For a
That's all
split
the people on the
second.
floor.
For a split
Oh,
second.
Amber.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know her though. I was thinking of like when the door was open and you could see that other place, that other plane. I just thought that we might have to run through there, and I was ready to just run and see if we can get the other people. But it's fine. People lived.
We would have been in the flesh spider realm.
I
Are
know.
you
It would have
kidding
been
me?
too fleshy.
I want to know, but I'm also terrified to know what would have happened if I hadn't rolled flight.
You would
the
have
way
been
that
dragged
it
in.
Miraculous.
And somebody would have obviously had to go in and get you, and then that would have resulted in more combat. You guys just happened to roll really well.
Oh shit.
Oh, thank God.
And also, Francis came up with like a really cool idea
You
of making
did.
the glass fly into his face, and I just
Did
wanted to see
that.
what happened. So I thought that was really cool.
Because I thought if the lights can get bright enough, something's gonna explode. And it happened.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
That was great. That was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Scorned! 20 years ago, we did a Kids on Bikes campaign. I don't know what Abraham Lincoln sounds like. Anyway, I loved that so much, and thank you to Rachel and Andrew for making time as well, for being
Thanks for
Thanks
here.
for
including
including
me.
us.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really
Oh
fun.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And
We gotta save Burn.
if we look at this picture, this is what all the characters look like for those of you who have never seen. I think it's this one. Nope, that's
Aw.
it's behind everything. There we go. This is the kids.
The kids
Them.
are sweet babies.
That's Rambo
They
on the
are.
left, Francis, and then Vincenzo, which you can just see based on their expressions, I think.
Personalities.
Yeah. And guess who made this, everyone? Exclamation point hat.
Hat made this. We all love Hat.
I love Hat. They're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah,
I'm just
they
gonna
are great.
I'm gonna close that now. But yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
I have to have dinner now.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
me
say that
too.
we're all probably off to get dinner, but thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you
Thanks
all
for-
so much for
everyone.
everything. I'm gonna end the call now and I'm sad about it.
I know.
Okay.
Bye, friends.
Bye.